I'm recording this consultation also, Hector.
Okay.
Just for training purposes. So while you're doing that, let me answer this other question here for my guy.
Sorry it's taking so long, Charles. It's just I updated my Google, and so I think everything's kind of throwing off whack on my passwords and everything else. I did that earlier this morning, like around 5 or 6 in the morning.
That's
But I just sent everything over to you. I think I got everything. That's why we were having issues with the Zoom. And
so I'll just wait for it to pop in. Okay, Raycon. All right, so here, look at the Raycon here.
mm-hmm.
Let me open it up down.
Sure.
My desktop. Save it. Okay, so I'm looking at it now. You see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, what questions specifically do you?
Okay, so so I spoke with him on the phone. I asked him about the load. He gave me all of the details. Pick up 2 p.m. today, 16 feet, 7,000 pounds, 5 skids, and then from there, I said I'll send it over to you. So he sent this over to me, and then I immediately sent him over the second email, or the first email that I sent you, which is
all your credentials.
All my credentials, correct. So I sent him the W-9 for Ricardo Logistics, not for the driver. Is that correct?
Correct. You for your company, right? Not for the driver. So you haven't signed and sent this rate confirmation back yet?
No, sir.
All right. So if you want this load, you might want to sign this and send it back, because that's why he sent it. Because you have to, right here, what says signature, position. Right. So you'll put your signature, your position is the owner, the date, and then carrier signature. You You can put your name there as well, position and date. Driver, you want to put the driver's name, the driver's cell number, the truck and trailer number. You only got a box truck, so you just whatever your truck number on the tractor. And then make sure you get that back to them. I'm sure he's probably want to call you and see because how long have you had this Raycon without sending it back?
Like since you and I got on the phone.
Okay, so not that long. Okay.
Yeah, and he already took it off the load off the
board. Yeah.
Off the board.
Okay, so it's picks up the day between 0800 and 1400.
Correct.
FCFS. You know what that stands for, right?
No. What does FCFS stand for?
FCFS stands for
first come, first serve.
There you go. First come, first serve. Okay. And then delivers 2 days later. Because from Texas to Indiana, that's about, so I don't know how many miles, I have to Google that, but it delivers between 07 and 1700, so between 7 and 5. It picks up between 8 and 2. So you're in the Houston area, so you'll get it by 2.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then delivering it to, you got an ELD in your box truck?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is it a CDL or non-CDL box truck? Is it like?
It's a non-CDL.
Okay, so it's under 26,000 gross vehicle weight?
Correct. It's a 7,000 pounds.
7,000 in the box.
Yeah, 7,000 in the box, and then we don't do anything over 11, just to stay on the safe side.
Yeah, because actually 10, to be honest with you, but.
Oh really?
Yeah, the box. If it's non-CDL, I would say keep it under 10,000.
Okay. Yeah. I've never done anything over 10. There was a time that we did like right at 11, and it was just too heavy for the little truck.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So because the gross vehicle weight rating, the GVWR is 10,000. 26,000. I'm sorry. So yeah. Sign that. So it's going to the same corporation. They just got a satellite office in Indiana. LKQ, and they're just moving something that goes in the box. So this is probably what's called spillover freight, something that went in a tractor trailer but couldn't always fill up. So they say, well, let's do an LTL run in a box truck and get it over there for a cheaper price instead of buying another tractor trailer.
Right.
Would be more expensive. So I would stick with Nolan and see if they got some back calls or any other type of loads. Now that you found a box truck broker, start building that relationship.
All right. So
there are other brokers for box trucks too.
So under this, so let's go back to the signature double brokering. So under the signature, it's my signature, correct? And then the position is just, what do I put for position?
Owner. You're the owner.
Okay. And
you
then
sign it. Your position is owner. The date.
Carrier signature. Same my signature again.
Yeah, because you're the carrier. You're the trucking company.
Okay.
Because the carrier and the driver can be two different people, and in this case, they are. You're the carrier. It's your carrier company, but the driver. Now, if you were the carrier company and the driver on this load, then you'll sign everything. But you got a driver. You can print the driver's name and cell phone. You have that information there.
Yeah.
Right, because that's your company driver, right? So, and then you sign carrier. You can sign your company name right there on the carrier signature. You can sign whatever the name of your company is, position, owner, or you can put your signature, carrier signature, same thing, position, owner, date, and then the driver's full name, first and last name, and their cell number, so that the broker can do a check call on them, see where they are along the path, and see what their ETA and stuff like that is. That's the reason why they ask for that. And the reason why you see truck and trailer, because this is a normal Raycon is for a tractor trailer. That's why it's truck and trailer, but this is a box truck, so it's just going to be, in this case, the tractor or the trailer. You can just put the same number for that if you want. I don't know what your box truck number is.
That's a 002. So I already gave them all that information. I guess I just need a.
Yeah, because this is, they need a signed rate confirmation to verify the load that it was accepted.
Okay.
So until that happens, I mean, even if they took it off the board, there's still a certain amount of time that they're going to wait. Like if it's like beyond a half an hour, they're going to probably call you like, it shouldn't take a half an hour to sign a rate confirmation. What's going on?
Right.
Right. So they'll check on you, and then go from there. But yeah, everything else seems to be it's pretty straightforward in this. I mean, of course, read over the fine print, especially when you get it back.
Yeah.
This is their standard rate confirmation. You might read a little fine print to see, but most of this stuff applies to the tractor trailer. That's why the rate con is designed this way. A box truck is LTL, like less than truckload. But and then read these little disclaimers down here about a $200 fee and all this other stuff deducted from the rate for like late deliveries or anything like that. But your driver is known to deliver on time, right? So,
yeah.
And you have a factory company, right? Because they're talking about Rhino Pay, which is theirs. But
yeah. So how do I
say again?
I'm trying to fill up. I'm trying to fill up the form under DocuSign.
Oh, import the PDF into DocuSign.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, and then once you open that up, when you see it's in there, then you can go down to the field, put a text box, just take and drag on, because you got elements. You got elements on the left-hand side of DocuSign, different types of elements, signature elements, text elements, drop-down boxes, those options. Select the signature element on the left-hand side of the legend in DocuSign, and then drag that to the line where it says signature, and you can expand it or whatever, and then you can actually sign it, or even, or if you don't really have time, I mean, print that thing out, sign it manually, and this first run, just to get it done, and then you can play with a blank one later on just to get the experience. But right now, this is your first load. You want to hurry up and get that thing signed and out the way, right? Because you'll be all day. Well, I wouldn't say all day, but with DocuSign, I mean, if you're not familiar with how to use the elements and position them, and then resave it and then send it off.
Yeah, I'm stuck on this. So I have it on my phone, but it's not.
Do you have?
I got the signature. I got the signature and the driver, but somehow I didn't get the.
So do you have a printer at your office?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm printing it right now.
Yeah, just print it, sign everything, rescan it to your system, attach it to an email, and send it back to the broker. That way, they have something, in a timely fashion. And then you can play with, you're always going to have a blank copy of this Raycon, so you can play with the how to navigate and manipulate the DocuSign elements, a little bit later on. So that way, for future loads, you'll be able to figure that out.
All right, so it's printing up now. Is that what you use, DocuSign, or do you use?
Well, when I was first started off in dispatching about 4 years ago, what I used was a printer. I printed it out, signed it, scanned it, emailed it back. Then I did DocuSign, imported it into the software, dragged those elements to the places where they needed to be, saved that, and then reopened it up as an editable DocuSign document now, and then clicked in there, filled everything out, signed it or whatever, and then saved that and attached it to the email and send it back. So that's how that works. And then PDF filler and DocHub are pretty much the same thing. It's just once you go over, I would advise going over the tutorial for whatever e-signature type of software that you have, just to get the features down to a science, in your spare time.
All right. So then after this is all said and done, and I send it over to him.
That officially books that load, and then once your carrier gets to the pickup location at LKQ Corporation over here on in this address in Houston, they're going to receive what's called a BOL, a bill of lading.
Once I get there, yeah, right.
Yeah, when your driver gets there, they're going to get a BOL, and right here it has the pickup order numbers, it has the BOL numbers, so they're going to cross-reference that with your driver should have a copy of the rate confirmation when they get there, so they can tell them, okay, I'm here, this is driver such and such, and I'm here for load number 393-5138, and then they'll reference that, and they'll say, okay, yeah, that freight's over here, go to door 2, and then so on and so forth. Does your driver have like a pallet jack on their box truck?
Yeah.
Okay. So just in case they need to, because I would recommend a pallet jack and just push those pallets to the tail of the truck and let your driver push them in with the pallet jack, as opposed to letting that forklift come on the truck, because over time that's going to wear and tear on the flooring of your box truck.
Yeah.
So, especially if you got the wooden type flooring on the box truck with the wood sidewalls with the E-tracks, the vertical E-tracks for the straps and stuff. So I drove box trucks for 10 years. So
the little ones? The smaller box trucks, the straight trucks?
The straight trucks, yeah, 26 footers with the 3,000 pounds, 2,500 to 3,000 pounds hydraulic lift gates with the DEF, diesel exhaust fluids, and the diesel fuel. And the fuel gets you, you get about 13 miles to the gallon. So you can pretty much figure out your fuel costs as a business. You know, you just take the miles and divide it in 13 miles a gallon. That'll tell you how many gallons you need and multiply that by the price of per gallon. And then I'll tell you how much you're spending on fuel. So, yeah. So you know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So you'll say, okay, well, going from Houston, Texas to Huntington, Indiana, and you got zip to zip, it'll tell you exactly how many miles that is. So you'll know how much of that 1,300 is going to be in fuel costs, right?
Right.
So, and this is an all-in rate. This is everything, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So you got it.
Okay, so I'm trying to scan this. I sent them over. I emailed him already the DocuSign from my phone.
Everything signed on the DocuSign?
That's correct.
Okay. I would email them this a physically signed one from the printout too, just to be safe.
Right.
Just to because sometimes things drop on the phone. So your company is Recanto.
Yeah, Recanto Logistics.
Okay.
So I'm trying to scan this now on my printer.
Does it have scanning capabilities?
Yeah, it normally does, but I shouldn't have updated everything this morning. Now it's,
well, push come to shove, you could take a picture of it with your phone and send it through your phone and email as well.
just take it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. It could just be like a regular picture.
Yeah, just put it on the table and get as wide of an angle as you can, so it shows the signature and as much of the top of the rate con as possible. If you can get it, or to do it landscape, that way they get it instead of portrait, and then go from there. Or even prior to doing that, you might want to call the broker and say, hey man, hey Doug, I just want to verify that you get that signed rate com over the phone. And if they say they got it, then you can stop all of that. You don't even have to send it.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to call them and say, I just want to confirm that you guys received a signed copy. You can do that. You can do that now if you want. I can listen in to see what they say, because Doug Harris is the account person that's handling this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if I were to send it, just I'll.
I'm surprised that Nolan didn't send you a RMIS link to go on their site to do all this. Even to sign the rate confirmation, you can just click the link, put your MC in there, and it opens it up on their side through their portal, as opposed to doing it the old-fashioned way. So they haven't migrated to the onboarding registry monitoring insurance service, RMIS system, like most brokerages are doing nowadays. So they're trying to go paperless. They're trying to go paperless, but apparently Nolan has not caught up with the 21st century yet. So
I sent him the signed Raycon, the picture of it. I emailed him the DocuSign, and then I already sent him everything that we discussed earlier.
Yeah, your credentials and stuff.
All my credentials. So just give him a call back right now and see what's going on.
Yeah, just do a follow-up and see, did he receive everything that he needed, as particularly the Raycon.
Okay, we'll do right now.
All right, I'll listen in. I'm gonna mute myself. Leave a voicemail if you don't answer so he can call you back.
Okay, we'll do. All right, the cell phone that he has listed here is not receiving.
The 615 with the extension you're talking about right here?
The 615-424-3507 is what he has listed as a cell.
Okay, try the office line.
Okay, we'll do.
The 393. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. I gotta answer this phone.
Sure.
Doug?
Hello, Doug. This is Hector again. I'm just following up, making sure you got everything you needed.
Yeah, I believe I saw that you responded come through. Yep, I got it here. We're good to go.
Okay, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye. You too, bye.
All right. So you just saved yourself a lot of work.
All right. So I sent it through him through a DocuSign, and then I sent it again through the picture. Is there? So once the NOA, I don't know if you can open it up on your end, the email that I sent you, the very first.
Yeah, he sent. You sent him the NOA. He should send that back to you by today, by close of business today. If he does not, give him a call. Let him know you need that for your factoring company to make sure that they are factorable.
Okay.
But Nolan is pretty good. But yeah, because you want your factoring company to run the credit check on them. Nolan's a pretty big company, so they're good.
I checked their. Well, on the bottom also of DAT, it says factor this load. So whenever it doesn't have that on the bottom, then that means that their credit score is not that great. But they've got a 97 credit score.
Oh, they're good. They're good. Anything above 92, 93 is fine.
Okay. And then on the NOA that we have, it says as attention, and then it says for general use. Is that okay to send out to?
Yes, that's
okay,
fine.
so that's it. That'll be the standard.
It can be, yes.
Okay. or does it have to be specific to every single person or no, to every single company?
No, because it's a general form that goes out to, it's a standard form that goes out to all the brokers. So that's their standard default form. So everyone's going to get the same type of form and then fill it out per their specific brokerage and return it to you so you can give it to your factoring company.
Okay. So as of now, we're good and everything's right. I mean, he said we're good, so they're picking it up right now. Then they'll send me the BOL, correct?
No, the driver's going to have the BOL with them in transit.
Right. Correct.
Once they get to the shipper, the shipper, they'll load the truck, verify everything. They'll sign a portion of the BOL, and the driver should sign an initial next to it, verifying everything.
Correct.
Especially, and then they'll transport the freight to the delivery, deliver it, and the receiver will verify everything that was received in good condition.
Correct.
Sign their portion of the BOL, and the driver should sign an initial next to that, verifying everything as well. Agree with that. And then, because once the receiver signs a BOL, then that indemnifies you from responsibility.
Correct.
So, then you have what's called a POD now. A signed BOL is the same thing as a POD, proof of delivery. Your truck is empty, proof of delivery. So that'll be the invoice you send to either to the broker if you don't have a factoring company, or to your factoring company if you do, for payment. Okay.
Okay.
But you're good to go.
All right, and then that's it. So once I get that, then I just send it over to the factoring company, and then we're done. So long as the freight's in good standing.
As long as you have what's called a clean BOL. Clean means no OS and Ds, no over, shorts, or damages. That's what that means. So if you have a clean BOL, that means both parties signed, they were satisfied with the service, and everything was signed and in good standing, and you're good. Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're good, Charles. I appreciate your time. I thank you for your help, and you came, like always, just in the nick of time.
No problem, man. Take care.
All right. Thank you. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
All right, guys. This is Charles with the Exodus Logistics Learning Center's Dispatcher 101 Training for Beginners. I had a conference call with Consultation Logistics, Hector Ortega, one of my students. He just did his first load, and he's in a box truck, mind you, paying $1,300, going from Texas to Indiana, and he just wanted some verification on some things before he proceeded. We were just on the phone talking with the broker, getting everything verified and making sure all the I's were dotted, T's were crossed. So that's what we went over today. So I do give consultations. Just got to schedule the time and make sure everything is good, and go from there. So if you need a consultation, or if you are interested in getting consultation from us, you can go to our website and go under ELLC services, consultations, select that, schedule your consultations. If you are interested in dispatch training, Dispatcher 101 Training for Beginners, you can go to our website under Dispatcher 101 and select either the seminar, select the starter kit if you don't need the training. If you feel you don't need the training, you just want the documents and forms to kind of give you a starter, a head start, push you along the way, or our ongoing training, you select that and enroll, and we go from there. So 757-515-1684 to contact me, or email exoduslogisticsllc@yahoo.com. Look forward to hearing from you guys. Hopefully you guys learned some things on this particular consultation. It will be on the YouTube channel as well as our website. Thank you. All right. Have a good one.